Welcome back to Here's the Lineup. Hope you're having a good day. This is going to be my analysis on the Bayern Munich versus Man City quarter-final clash in the Champions League. So, starting from the first half, I thought Bayern had some good chances. They made some good opportunities with crosses, but they just couldn't get on the end of it. Coman was getting a lot of success on the right. He was easily getting past Ake multiple times. And in the first half, he and Sane had a great chance to score, but Choupo-Moting got in the way. And personally, I don't think Choupo-Moting is of the quality to be starting against top quality sides like Man City. Obviously, he scored a lot of goals this season, but I feel like this match needed someone like Mane to be running in behind both centre-backs. City didn't really start playing until about 30 minutes. That's when they started passing the ball around quite well, and then they created a good chance for Haaland to run in behind. He was marginally offside, and Upamecano got a red card, which was then overturned. But I thought he was really fortunate for this because, like I said, it was marginally offside. A few minutes later, I thought that was City that were fortunate this time to get a penalty. Gundogan had a shot and it brushed past Upamecano's arm, but Haaland missed the penalty anyway. Bayern did have more of the ball and more chances in the first half, but City were comfy. And then I thought Bayern started the second half on the front foot, although they had a few corners and the delivery from Sane was terrible, horrendous. So after Bayern's barrage, City then went on the counter to score. De Bruyne picked the ball up and he drove, and Haaland ran in behind. Upamecano, he slipped on the floor, so he wasn't really there to, put up a challenge. And I thought that he was largely at fault for many of the 4 goals that were conceded. He was definitely at fault for the one that Haaland scored, and in the first leg he was at fault for a few of the goals there as well. And I thought this goal was foreshadowed in the first half when Haaland ran in through behind and he was marginally offside. It's basically the same thing that happened. And then this brings me on to my next point about the state of football in Europe. It's always been soft, but it's getting so much softer at such a fast rate as well. This season, we've seen in that match, Mane booted the ball at Akanji, it hit his arm, and all of a sudden it's a penalty. We've seen United players getting booked for just blocking shots. It doesn't really make sense, and it's going to lead to a situation where, football is not about defending, it's more about getting out of the way. And that's not really something that you want to see. So following all this, Kimmich put away his penalty to make it 1-1 and then 4-1 on aggregate. And I thought the introduction of Alphonso Davies was very much needed for Bayern because Coman was a real threat on the right, but they had nothing going for them on the left. And it didn't really make sense because, you'd want to have your best chance at scoring. So you'd put 2 dangerous players on the wings to trouble Man City, but all the trouble was coming from one side, which they could then remedy after a certain while. But if Davies had started from the beginning, then they would have had constant quality crosses in, like the one he did for Mane, which Mane missed. But it just didn't make sense for why he was on the bench, especially because I thought Cancelo didn't really do much in the whole game. And then near the end of the match, Bayern started to lose their heads. All the players were arguing, Tuchel got sent off. I thought they were really underwhelming. For a match that they had to score 3 or more goals, they didn't really look like doing that much. Although they did trouble City in the first half, but it was really toothless. It was kind of like watching Chelsea play for a minute because they had no one to really put away the chances, and then they were just not really taking the chances well. But that'll do it for the end of my analysis. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a comment if you did or on anything else that you'd like to talk about. And I hope you have a nice day.